Welcome, welcome, welcome to On Fire to Inspire. I am your host, Aaliyah, the Purpose Midwife. I want to thank you so much for joining me this beautiful Tuesday evening. You could have been doing anything else and been anywhere else, but you chose to spend it with me, and for that I'm totally grateful. I want you all to do me a favor. I want you to hit that share button while I thank our sponsors. And after I thank our sponsors, we're going to hop right into tonight's topic of It's Time to Begin Again. And many of you can relate. You feel it in your bones. But before I get started over there, I want to thank our sponsors. So thank you so much to mombizboss.org, multiple operational managers. If you're a mom, you're an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur, you definitely want to connect with these ladies. I'm telling you, you can learn from each other, maybe find some collaborative operations to collaborate, opportunities rather, to collaborate, and just kind of learn from each other. Again, that's mombizboss.org. Definitely take a look if you're an aspiring entrepreneur or an entrepreneur. If you are trying to get back on the wagon of your fitness goals and wellness, guess what? You can go over to Facebook and you can go over to Dance with Mina. If you go to the Dance with Mina page, Mina is doing Move with Mina on Mondays and Thursdays. We're doing line dance and Zumba. Line dance is now on Mondays. Zumba is now on Thursdays, 6 p.m. And if you are not local, guess what? It's not a problem because she has virtual options as well. So you go over to her page, like and follow her page. And if you're interested in attending the virtual class, ask her for the link and you get to hop on in and dance with us. All right. And finally, if you don't have any of my books, you can get them out on onfiretoinspire.com or on the Linktree link that I will be posting over here shortly. It's coming over here as we speak. And then I need you to mark your calendar. You should be seeing this link sometime this week about early bird purchases for the You Matter, You're Worthy, You're Worth It conference. That will be coming up on October the 25th, 10 a.m. at Innovation Point. I will be hosting it. This is our 4th year, y'all. God has given me this assignment. So again, that'll be October the 25th. Mark your calendar, 10 a.m. There will be early bird ticket options. So y'all look for the link real soon. We're going to have a great time, y'all. I mean, the topic, when the Lord gave me the topic this year, you matter, you're worthy, you're worth it. Woo, it was right on time. And it's been a blessing to so many already. And we didn't even have the conference yet, y'all. But we're going to hop right on into our topic. The topic is, it's time to begin again. All right. So many of us can relate to this because we kind of like feeling some stuff like, but let me do a quick recap. Let me rewind. So we did a recap of talking about taking that cape off. We had talked 2 weeks in 2 weeks in a row. We did a part 1 and part 2 about taking that cape off because many of us have been wearing the cape too long, wearing too many hats, and overwhelmed and just could not breathe. But we talked about taking out the cape. We learned how to set boundaries. We learned how to say no. Saying no is okay. We learned how to breathe, how to just take a moment and breathe. We even taught you box breathing. And then knowing your limits. Knowing your limits and setting those boundaries are key. So that's what we talked about over the last couple of weeks. And so this week, we're going to talk about it's time to begin again. Now, you know how to set the boundaries, but this one's for you, not for everybody else. We have 3 months left in this year, in this calendar year. So it's time to pick up those goals that you packed down. You kind of put to the side. We're going to pick them back up. I want you to think about it. What goals have you set aside? You just kind of said, don't have time right now. What does that look like? What goals does that look like for you? I want you to think about it. Be honest with yourself. And some of those accomplishments can actually be done and before 2025 ends. So all you got to do is take them off the shelf or take them off the little side and pull it on over here to the forefront, right? The bigger goals, it may take a little more time. However, if we start now, it's gonna push you closer to reaching that goal by the end of the year. If you don't get started, of course you're not gonna be any closer. But if you get started, you're gonna be closer to your goal. All right. I want you to write down 1 to 2 goals that you want to restart, that you want to pick back up, that you want to take off that shelf and dust it off. What is that you want to do? I want you to write down 1 to 2 goals that you want to hit, because writing it down, we're going to talk about that in just a moment, okay? So in this segment right here, we were just talking about, dropping the ball and kind of putting things on the back burner. But now we're going to talk about focus. We're going to talk about being diligent, all right? So my word to you is, and that's actually one word 3 times, focus, focus, focus. When we have focus and we don't allow the distractions in, we can get stuff done. We can make progress. Less distractions, more progress. There is power in your focus. Let me say that again because somebody didn't hear me. There is power in your focus. So I'm going to give you a scripture in just a moment, but I want you to be diligent and consistent, because the more that you are consistent, you're going to see things happen. You're going to see things unfold, and you're like, oh, I got that done. Or you're going to see that those goals be achievable. They're going to become more palatable and achievable for you. Don't shoot for perfection. Perfection is your enemy, okay? I want you to get started and just keep going. Get started and keep going. Stay focused, drown out the noise and distractions, and go, right? In Habakkuk 2:2, and it was not used in this context, okay? We're using it for right now for what we need it for. But in the context that we're using for today, in New King James Version of Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision and make it plain on tablets that he may run who reads it. So one of the things that I noticed over the years, that if I wrote something down, if I wrote it in a journal, I wrote it in a notebook, writing it down, I saw myself be able to check it off later. So that's one of the main reasons, and it's biblical. I want y'all to write those goals down. So I promise you, as you write those goals down and you start moving and staying focused, you'll start seeing some things happen, okay? All right, so we talked about focus and diligence, how you're going to see that produce some things. Now, we're going to hop over to overwhelm. Because sometimes those bigger goals, they can make you feel like so much to do. Honey, I know, because I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, the sweatshirt, and the matching workout pants, okay? But what you want to do is just take that big goal and just do a little bit at a time and take it bite by bite. How do you eat a whale? One bite at a time. So that's how you're going to reach this huge goal that you've set. You're going to take it one bite at a time, one small move of progression at a time. Don't matter how small or large, just the fact that you're moving, okay? Your moving may look like research. Your moving may look like making calls, or whatever that looks like for you, okay? And for you, those who journal, I got a journal prompt for you, okay? What's one thing that I can do today to move forward? So that's what I want you to write down in your journal. What's one thing that I can do today to move forward? Because in order to move forward to meet that goal, what can you do today to help you see that it's achievable? If it's nothing but whatever that is to help you get it done, okay? All right. Now we're moving from there. Oh, let me tell you this part. So again, focus. Now these are some notes I just kind of wrote down right before I hopped on because it hit me and I had to really, really hone in and listen. Focus and progress. Those 2 words, they're your friends. Remember, perfection is not your friend, it's the enemy. And it'll cause you to stall. It'll cause you to procrastinate. And it can even cause you to give up. So that's why I want you to throw perfection out the window, because giving up is not an option. We have to move forward in these goals. right? Next, we're going to focus on our God-given dreams. Think about this. There are some things that you've been dreaming about for years, and you just can't get it out your head, but you ain't done anything with it. So what is it that God has placed in your head and your heart that you know that you're called to do this? What is that? Only you know that. What are those things? So I want you to start thinking. Remember that delay is not denial. You have to get started in order to see it, right? So the fact that God gave it to you 20 years ago, it's okay. Just getting started now. Because now may be the time for you. 20 years ago, he may have shown it to you, but he knew you weren't quite ready. But you weren't going to do nothing with it. Okay. I can relate to that too. God equips those he calls. He equips those he calls. And you may have been called exactly, not may have been, you have been called to do exactly what is in your head, in your heart that you can't shake. No one can do it like you. I don't care what the competition looks like. There's a uniqueness about you that you're going to bring to the table when you do what he's calling you to do. So it's time to dust it off and pick it up and move forward in it. Remember, starting again is your obedience. And that obedience is your obedience to God's nudge. So God is nudging through that constantly being in your heart, to that constantly coming up in your mind. That's a nudge to get you to go ahead and do it. He said, come on, I need you to do this. I'm waiting on you to do this. And so he's giving you that nudge. And so your obedience is that starting out again. It's going to be you showing him that, hey, I can handle this. And I can show you that I'm faithful to what you've entrusted me with, right? Now, we're going to go to a section called self-investment, okay? How often are you helping and sowing into everybody else? You're helping this person, that person, your cousin, your brother, your sister, how often are you helping everybody else? There's nothing wrong with that, but how often are you doing it? Be honest with yourself. Now, my challenge for you is to start pouring that same time and energy that you are into everybody else into yourself. Because if you do that, by December 31st, you'll see those goals knocked out of the water. You may see it done in even shorter length of time than that. Also, I want you to sow into your goals. Sow into like you do your family. Sow into, whatever that God has put in your heart that you just can't let go. There's nothing like it. And why is nothing like it? Because he called you to do it. He called you to create it. You are the call to get that done, whatever that looks like for you. I want you to remember that when you thrive, everyone else around you thrives. Okay? When you thrive. You're not surviving, you're thriving. But in order to fully do that, you got to start again and walk out what he's calling you to do. Now, our call to action. I want you to pick 1 to 2 goals that you want to finish, that you want to start and possibly finish by the end of 2025. Because remember, we have another 3 months to get it done. So we're going to start anything and everything that we do. We're going to start it out in prayer. We're going to pray first. We're going to plan. And then we're going to take small, actionable steps to see that, hey, I'm getting this done. And those small steps, you can write them in a checklist. And as you get them done, you can check it. Because sometimes seeing that, it's going to create even more momentum for you to get it done. You're like, oh, I got that done. Wait a minute. And it's like, before you know it, you're done. Before you know it, you're moving on to the next thing. And it feels so good to be able to see that progress. All right. So don't wait until January. Start today. Start tonight. Start right now. Wherever you are, get started. If it's nothing but write those goals down. Okay? The thing is to get started. And then remember the scripture lining up with that part is Proverbs 16:3. New Living Translation says it like this. Commit your actions to the Lord and your plans will succeed. Y'all, that's why I said let's start it out in prayer, then plan it, and then move in small actionable steps. And if you can make yourself a list of little small things to lead to the big thing, and you can check off them steps, you'll be like, "Whoo, I'm getting it done." You give yourself a pat on the back and a high five, okay? All right. And finally, I want you to remember that it's not too late. I don't care what your age is. I don't care what your circumstances are. It's not too late. The enemy will make you feel like, oh, you're supposed to have done that when you were 25. You're now 55. It don't matter. The fact of the matter is you're getting started. And that's all that counts. You're walking in that obedience to start. It's not too late because it's time to begin again. Again, focus on your progress, your words, your friend words of progress, focus, and progression. We're making progression. Remember, perfection, that's our enemy. He's not our friend. You got this. I promise you got this. I just need you to believe in yourself like I believe in you. And then finally, I just want to remind you one final time. Your words are diligence, consistency. Write out perfection, cut that out. Focus and shut down every distraction so that you can get it done. Because guess what? You have some achievable goals that you can reach over the next 3.5 months. No, the next 3 months to get it done before 2025 ends. You got this. I believe in you. And it's time for you to believe in you. Y'all don't forget to start looking for the links real soon and the information about the You Matter, You're Worthy, You're Worth It conference coming up on Saturday, October 25th at 10 a.m. at Innovation Point, 345 East Floyd Baker Boulevard in Gaffney, South Carolina. Make sure you start looking for that link and the information because we are going to have early bird specials. All right. So check that out. Y'all hop on in and set your alarms, put it on your calendars because you want to be here. Again, when God gave me that topic, you're worth, you matter, you're worthy, you're worth it. He said, remind them that they matter. Remind them that they're worth it. Remind them that they're worthy. Why? Because he knew that it was time for you to begin again in some of these things and other things. He said, I need them to shut out the distractions because they understood that they mattered, they were worthy, and they were worth it. They wouldn't even entertain some of these distractions. Okay? So I need you to remember that. I need you to be ready for that conference, October 25th, 10 a.m. We're going to get started that morning. We got some discounted hotels with Hampton Inn here in Gaffney, South Carolina. All you have to do is call over there and tell them that you are with the You Matter conference. They'll give you that rate. But yeah, y'all look for that information. Remember that it's time for you to begin again. Focus. You can do this. You got this. I believe in you. And remember that you matter, you're worthy, and you're worth it. I see y'all same time, same place next week. Right here on Fire to Inspire. I am Aaliyah, the Purpose Midwife. Y'all have a blessed and awesome rest of your week. What's the music?